If you're looking for a low power magnified optic for your bolt action rifle that you use for hunting, a shotgun, or you're looking for a optic for your modern sporting rifle such as an AR-15 or AK-47, take a look at this guy. This is the S330P by Monstrum, and this is their original prismatic sight. What a prismatic sight is, it's almost like a rifle scope, but in a more compact package using a prism in between, and it's almost the same thing as binoculars, but you just have one barrel instead of two. With a prismatic sight, you are getting a magnified optic, you're getting it in a nice compact package. These are also going to be very popular if you have any type of eye issues, such as astigmatism, which would make using a holographic sight or a red dot sight much more difficult. And if you have eye issues, and let's say for example astigmatism, if you're looking for a red dot, one of the things that you're going to find is that that dot is going to really starburst and it's going to be very difficult to use. So that's why prismatic sights are going to be a very good option for you in that case versus getting a full larger rifle scope, which would be significantly bigger. This design very similar to some of the more established optics brands. So let's start in the back. You do have a fast focus eyepiece. So keep in mind, unlike a red dot, the reticle is already etched into the glass. So you're not going to have that start bursting. So the first thing that you want to do is look at something bright, and then you want to adjust the eye focus until the reticle is perfectly clear for you. Once you have that set, you can basically set it and forget it unless you're changing shooters. A good way to know that you need to adjust it is if you're wearing glasses, you will probably need to adjust this in order to set the focus. Up top, you're going to have your illumination dial, and then you're going to have your elevation and windage adjustment. So this reticle, what it is, and I'll put a picture up here, but it's a dot with a circle around it. And if you're using a bright daylight, it is nice black, dark, it works fine, very easy to see. Monstrum does have it illuminated here, and you have 5 settings of red and 5 settings of green illumination. And one of the reasons I have to give them a lot of credit is on a lot of the cheaper optics, when you have the illumination on, because the illumination almost comes from the side, it puts like a green or a red hue over the entire reticle, versus here it's actually just the reticle and it's nice and clear. So got to give them a lot of credit for that. Now it does use, let me just make sure it's off. Yep. It does use a CR2032 battery. You have one that already comes inside, and they do include a separate battery that you can use. So when you mount this to the gun, you will need to most likely zero it. And zero is just like any other rifle scope. You unscrew these caps, and then you would use a coin or a small flathead screwdriver, and you would make these adjustments in order to zero it. But usually once you've set it, that's all that you need to do. Now, the thing to note with these is, particularly versus red dots, because it is magnified and due to the design of the red dot, your eye box is going to be a little bit shallower and your eye relief is going to be less. And it's not as bad with these versus some other, let's say 5x or 6x prismatic sights, but with this 3x, so I'll put it here. This gives me the full picture. So the eye relief is going to be a little bit lower. What that means is, do not put this on a large hunting cartridge. Definitely don't want to use it with that, because from the recoil, you're very likely that, well, if the rifle moves, you're going to get a nice black and blue around your eye. Otherwise, I'm actually fairly impressed with this one. You have good image quality on here. The illumination is quite good without it getting a nice overcast. And overall, it's a very, very solid value for the money, as you come to expect from Monstrum. So that is the S330P black prismatic sight, and I believe it's also available in flat dark earth as well.